Frank Lloyd Wright.
Born 2 years after the end of the American Civil War, he was witness to the extraordinary changes that swept the world from the 19th century. His ideas were 50 years ahead of the time in which he lives. During a career that spanned 7 decades, he took full advantage of the opportunities presented by scientific and technological advances of his time without losing the 19th century spiritual and romantic values with which he has grown up. These houses were built of wood and other natural materials. The indoors expanded to the outdoors by extending the floor. Like the Robbie house, Wright designed everything in the house, including the furniture and floor coverings. Wright developed what he called Usonian houses. Usonia was his name for a perfect democratic United States of America. Usonian houses were planned to be low cost. Wright designed them for the American middle class. They were built on a flat base of concrete. The base was level with the ground. Visitors can see one of Wright's Usonian homes near Washington, D.C. It is the Pope Legge House in Alexandria, Virginia. Organic space. He believed that architecture should have life and spirit. He said a building should appear to grow naturally and easily from its base into its surroundings. Selecting the best place to put a building became a most important first step in the design process. A fine example of this is the house called Falling Water. It sits on huge rocks next to a small river. It extends over a waterfall. From one part of the house, a person can step down a stairway over the water.
Horizontal circulation. The Guggenheim Museum of Art in New York City is unusual because it is a circle. Inside the museum, a walkway rises in a circle from the lowest floor almost to the top. Visitors move along this walkway to see the artwork on the walls. Another example can be the Larkin Building. Light. Wright invented a new style that combined expanses of clear glass with touches of color in bold geometry patterns. Decorative glass was integral to Wright's architectural vision, and he expanded the frontiers of stained glass in both its use and its design. He called his windows light screen. Color. Color was very important to combine Frank Lloyd Wright's aesthetic of organic architecture as a unified whole. He drew from two sources in determining his palette for a given project: the nature of the site and the nature of the building materials. In the early projects, particularly the prairie houses that were constructed of brick and stucco, autumnal colors predominate: warm shades of red, gold, brown, and yellow-green. These restful yet intense colors were accented by a palette of related hues and create a harmonious, unified, and serene environment for the client. At Falling Water, Wright employed both a limited palette of colors and a limited number of materials in his desire to create an organic and integrated whole. Rhythm. Rhythm in Wright buildings is easy to find. We can see it in the facade, interiors, exteriors, given by the structure, the light screens, and the way the objects were placed. Wright, by having buildings closely related to nature, has creations that flow with a natural rhythm. As a conclusion, Frank Lloyd Wright, by creating what he called an architecture for democracy, he redefined our concept of space as he made the common man uncommon by offering everyone the opportunity to live and grow in beneficial environments connected physically and spiritually to the natural world.